everyone, and welcome to John Kelvin episode 14. At the end of episode 13, Layla had insisted that she wants to see a proper invoice from the manager of the Palm Tower. As I was uploading his last call with Layla for Lola to listen to, the one where she'd asked for an invoice, our man decided to call Lola.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
I said, do you like the manager?
Why did you call me?
I just called you to ask you what time are you going to be going to bank tomorrow?
I don't know yet.
Okay. But what time so I can
I don't know yet.
But are you going to go to the bank tomorrow?
Yes. And I will send you the slip after I will talk to the manager on the video call. Okay?
Because I talked to my love. She said she want to see an invoice of the money they want to pay for.
Yeah, send her the invoice.
Okay. So I think if I should probably send you the invoice, I think that's going to be more substantial.
I don't know. Send it to me. Send the invoice to my mother-in-law. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Tell your manager that I want to talk to him on a video call. If I don't talk to him on a video call, I will not send you the slip. Okay? So don't make me waste my time to stay in the queue at the bank.
No, you're going to talk to him. Just send the money. As soon as you send the money, then you send the slip.
I repeat,
then you're going to talk.
If I don't talk to you and to the manager on the video call, I will not
You've been trying to
send
talk to me on the video
you
call,
the slip. If you don't pick tomorrow my video call, I will cancel again the transaction. Did you understand? Good night.
Having called Lola, our man immediately called Layla again. He was on a roll. Now what?
Hello?
Now what do you want?
I'm at the receptionist. So I'm talking to the manager. So
Okay.
the manager said if they should send me the invoice. Are you very sure you're going to send the money tomorrow?
That's none of the receptionist's business. Hotels don't issue invoices on condition that they're paid within a certain time or not issue them at all.
Because, they need to know what they are doing. So that's
No,
why I
they don't.
decided to call you.
No, they don't. They just need to give you the invoice.
So once I sent you the invoice, are you guys going to pay it tomorrow?
Well, whatever you've agreed with Lola. I don't know what you've agreed with Lola. I haven't spoken to her. I haven't had a chance to speak to her, have I?
Okay, Lola says she's going to go to the bank tomorrow.
Right,
Well,
so
I don't know,
if you send the
she said she's
invoice, if the manager does the invoice, then she knows what she's paying for tomorrow, doesn't she?
Okay.
Are you sure that you're in the proper Palm Tower and not a sort of seedy, tumble-down apartment block in the middle of town somewhere? Because they've been very unprofessional.
No, I'm in a Palm Tower.
Right, well, tell them to grow up and act in the professional manner you'd expect a large hotel and apartment block to act in.
I don't know why Lola is trying to tell me if she doesn't see the manager on video call, she's not going to send me the receipt tomorrow.
Can you blame her after that last lot of goons that you were staying with?
It's passed already. She shouldn't think like that. She already has the passport. That passport is very important. That's the means of identification. So there's nothing the manager can say.
And how does she know she's talking to the same person as is on that passport unless she can see him?
I'm fine, but whenever we switch to the video call, I'm not always seeing Lola, and she's not always seeing me. So I think maybe her phone is very bad or something. So
Well, that's not my problem, is it? That's between you and Lola.
so you should try to tell her to send me the receipt tomorrow once he sends the money.
I don't have to tell her anything. You're a big boy. You can tell her yourself. But we need that invoice first. I'm going to tell her not to pay anything until she's got the invoice.
Do the invoice now. I'm gonna get it.
Okay?
I said I'm gonna get it from the reception.
Okay, you get it and send it to both of us, please. The manager said once you make payment, they will issue an invoice. He told me to send you his passport so you have nothing to worry about, since you have his means of identification. And he sent Layla a copy of the same passport that he'd sent to Lola, the one that we think was a genuine passport, probably sent by a previous victim. No hotel anywhere issues an invoice after you've paid. Don't be ridiculous. We need a proper invoice before I'll let Lola pay you tomorrow. This is an apartment stroke residence. That's what he told me. Well, tell him we won't pay unless or until we have a full and proper invoice so we can see exactly what we're paying for. Are you sure you're in the Palm Tower and not Faulty Towers? Palm Tower residence, not the hotel, he said. He said once you pay, you'll get the invoice, my love. That'd be ridiculous. We will not pay unless or until we receive full itemised invoice. It's not me, my love. That's the end of the matter, said Layla. We can't pay unless we know what we're paying for. And in reply to him saying, It's not me, my love, Layla said, Then find a proper hotel that acts like a proper business. Good night. Good morning, sunshine, he said the following day. How was your night? Good morning. I was just hanging up some washing. That's nice. Did you have a pleasant night rest, my love? Yes, thanks. Did you? Yes, I did. At least I've been able to sleep better, my love. That's good. Did all 20 workers sleep on the floor, or did they manage to go home? I told you we're in an apartment suite, my love. Do you remember? I told you, my love. That's not an apartment. That's an entire block of flats. How many apartments are you using? Just one apartment with 5 bedrooms. It's big and conducive one. Conducive to what? And each room has 4 or 5 beds. Amazing. How much is it costing? And have you got that invoice yet? He's going to forward it to me via email, and I will send it to you, my love. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. I care and respect you so much, my love. I will always treat you like a queen. Kindly find attached invoice, my love. The bill and breakfast was added together. Please go through the wordings. Yes, come on, guys. Let's go through the wordings. There are 21 of them, 20 workers and him, all in this 5-bedroom apartment, and all having breakfast. You're going to love this one, guys. And here it is. It's headed Palm Tower, Palm Jumeirah Residence, which they've now spelt differently. To John Kelvin, it says, guest 866337. Invoice 14th of October 2023. Item apartment suite, October, with breakfast, £1,350 for the entire month. I would think that 21 breakfasts in a hotel per day for a month would cost you considerably more than that, let alone renting a 5-bedroom apartment in Dubai. It was the same for November and the same for December. Curiously enough, the total was £4,050 with sales tax of £405, so the total was £4,455. Do they use pounds in Dubai? I don't know. I've never been there. But I can't imagine that they do. They might have given it to you in American dollars, I would imagine, but highly unlikely to have been in British pounds. Layla, of course, was not very impressed. Have you sent that to Lola? My love, please call Lola and tell her so she can send it today. Why do I have to ask you everything twice? Have you sent that to Lola? No, I haven't sent it to her. Can you send it to her, please? Okay, I will. Please call her too and instruct her, my love. Wait till I've done what you told me to do, please. Please go through the wordings. My love, don't send it again. I will send it to her now, so she can make the payment today. I'm doing what you asked me to do. Please call me. And so he called Layla.
Hello, my love.
Hello, darling. Well, I've done what you told me to, and I've gone through the wordings.
Yeah. So the manager said the payment must not exceed 24 hours. So I'm gonna send it to Lala.
Right, so that's another crook that you're talking to, isn't it?
What do you say?
I said it's another crook that you're talking to. He's charging you £1,350 for an entire month of bed and breakfast. My maths isn't up to it this time of the night,
No,
but
no.
that's
The bills,
about
the
£40 a day.
the apartment bills is included with the breakfast. Not only the breakfast, the apartment bills itself, it's included.
Yeah, perhaps you should wash
That's
out.
what he told me.
Perhaps you should wash out your ears. He's charged you £1,350 for an entire month for the apartment plus breakfast for a 6-room or 5-room or whatever you said apartment for an entire month. That's probably about
Yes.
£40 a night. Do you know how much an apartment in the Palm Tower costs, darling?
No, it's a residence.
No, I
It's a
didn't think you
residence
did.
apartment.
No, an apartment in the Palm Tower costs about a 1-bedroom apartment costs about £15,000 a week. Did you hear that, darling? A 1-bedroom apartment costs about £15,000 a week. Not £40 a night. So I don't know who this manager or receptionist is that you're dealing with, but he's clearly another crook. And I think you need to get out of there, because otherwise the police will be coming. Shut up. The police will be coming to arrest you for staying illegally, because the Palm Tower does not cost you £40 a night for a 5 or 6 bedroom apartment, including breakfast. Even the cost of breakfast for 21 people would be more than £40. It'd be more like £250. So I really think even an experienced businessman like you must be able to take one look at that invoice and know just how ridiculously stupid it is. So you need to go and speak to the manager. Tell him that, well, you don't need to speak to him, you just need to pack your bags and get out, because he's an obvious crook.
No, it's not a crook. It's not a crook.
Of course he's a crook.
He gave me a discount.
A discount?
Have you been
about
to Palm Tower?
a 99% discount.
Have you been to Palm Tower before?
No, I can look it up online, darling. That's how I know that a 1-bedroom apartment costs £15,000 per week.
It's their residence. It's their residence.
Yes, you're in an apartment. You're in an apartment, darling. An apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. 1 bedroom, not a 5-bedroom. A 1-bedroom apartment costs £15,000 for a week. £15,000 for a week. So a 1-bedroom apartment would cost you £60,000 for 1 month. So for 3 months, that would cost you £180,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. So if you had 5 of those, that would cost you about £500,000 for 3 months.
No, you are not getting it, my love. You are not getting it. And you are not getting it. You are not getting it. An apartment, a single apartment has 5 bedrooms. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, well, a 1-bedroom apartment costs £60,000 for a month. So how much do you think a 5-bedroom apartment would cost? And how much do you think just breakfast would cost? Now, I'm not arguing with you, darling, because you're being so unbelievably thick, dim, stupid and single brain cells that I'm almost beginning to wonder who you really are. Because an experienced businessman would know that for £40 a night, you wouldn't even get a seedy seaside breakfast B&B anymore these days. Even those are £50 or £60 a night for bed and breakfast. You're in a high quality Palm Tower in Dubai with a 5-bedroom apartment, which is going to be costing you £2,000 or £3,000 per night. So grow up, act like a proper businessman, and do what you told me to do. Read that properly, and even you can see. I mean, how much do you normally spend a night on a hotel when you're travelling just for yourself? It's got to be £100 to £200 a night, hasn't it? Just for yourself. So it's obvious that manager is a crook, and if you stay there any longer, the real manager, I presume the real manager's on holiday or something, the real manager will come back. Not only will he throw you all out, but he'll likely call the police, because he'll realise that even you must have known how just ridiculously stupid that invoice is. So I'm going to tell Lola not to pay you anything, and unless you grow up and find yourself a proper place to stay, I'm not sure I want to carry on talking to you. Oh good, you obviously understood that. When you understand me, you go quiet, don't you? So go and find yourself a proper place to stay.
I really don't want you to understand me.
Oh, stop
I really
whining.
don't want you to understand me.
Stop whining like a baby. We've agreed you're going to act like an adult businessman, not whine like a baby. It's terribly wearing. The only thing I understand is that you're too stupid to realise that that invoice is an obvious fake, just like you were too stupid to realise that two identical passports with different places of birth on must be a fake.
Okay, so
So you need to go and find yourself a proper place to stay.
Yeah, I understand you, my love, but it's not gonna let me move out because
you can't stop you moving out.
I already sleep there I slept for 2 days, so I think I have to pay for the 2 days I slept in. Already.
Well, you get a proper invoice off the new manager when he comes back off his holidays, because that's going to cost you about
2 days, right?
Sorry?
Are you talking about for the 2 days?
Well, of course I am.
To move out.
Of course I am. Use your brain cells. I mean, I know you've only got one because you've said you've only got one, but, use it. But you've got to get out there, and you've got to find a proper place to stay with a proper invoice, with proper rates, something sensible. Use your brain. Look on booking.com and see how much they really cost.
Yes, baby, you're right. So I need to pay for the 2 days.
Yes,
so I need to get an invoice for the 2 days so Lola can pay it in today.
No, she can't. I'm going to tell her not to pay anything until we got a proper invoice off the proper manager, and we know the proper manager.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, you're not trying to tell me anything.
It's the manager. He's going to get me a proper invoice for the 2 days.
He is not the manager. He obviously isn't the manager. If he's given you that, then he is not the real manager. The real manager obviously isn't there. So you can't get a proper invoice off the real proper manager until he comes back. Use your brains, darling. That obviously isn't the real manager. So when the real manager comes back, you go back to the Palm Tower next week and you tell him when you stayed and you say you need to pay. Lola will be in Dubai by then, so you can talk to her about it.
So right now I'm going to be moving to, because on Monday is my project. I'm going to start my project on Monday. So, and then I'm going to be doing the project in Sharjah in Dubai. So right now, I'm going to be moving to Sharjah in Dubai. That's where I'm going to be moving to right now.
Right, well, you do that. And when you find somewhere to stay, we want a proper invoice, a proper invoice from a proper place where you're staying, with proper headed paper, which this isn't. Just says Palm Tower. It hasn't got an address. It hasn't got any contact details on it. We need a proper invoice like you would normally get when you normally stay in a hotel. You're an experienced businessman. You know what one of those looks like. It's got the place you're staying. It's got the address. It's got their telephone number. It's got their email address. It's got a proper itemised invoice. Apartment suite October breakfast tells me nothing. So it would tell me the number of which room number or which suite number you're staying in, how big the suite is, how much it would cost each night, how much breakfast costs each night, a proper detailed invoice. I'm sure you can manage it, darling. You've gone quiet again, so I assume that means you agree that you can.
No, I can't manage all these things you are trying to tell me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You can't manage to make an
Can't.
invoice. Well, you could look online.
No,
I'm sure you'll find some sample
I'm,
ones online you can copy.
I made an invoice for you. You said the invoice is not right. The manager made an invoice. You said it's not right. Now you want me to move out from the hotel. Now I agreed to move out from the hotel.
Yes.
Now you are telling me to do something so very, I don't even understand. I'll be moving to Charger right now because my project is in Charger City. So I'm going to Charger.
You don't understand that a proper hotel or a proper apartment block would give you a proper invoice with all their contacts.
It doesn't go like this. Even I've been traveling around the world. Like I'm always traveling around the world. Whenever I pay, then they provide me the invoice. That's the way it always go. I don't know what you're saying. I really don't understand what you're saying.
You've travelled all around the world.
I didn't.
Shut up.
Yeah, I didn't want to argue with you.
Shut up. You've travelled all around the world and you don't know that a proper hotel or apartment block invoice has their address and all their contact details and proper breakdown details of what you're paying for.
That's the address.
There is no address on there. There is no address. Stop whining like a baby. 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 Do you understand that? Stop whining like a small child. You're almost impossible to talk to. It's dreadful talking to somebody that all they do is whine. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, that is a real address. No, it's not a real address. It's the name of the place you're staying. You do know what an address looks like, do you? I mean, you do live in the States. I assume you know what a proper address looks like. You know, the street name, the city name, the zip code or the postcode or the area name or whatever they have in Dubai. I don't know. I've never been there. Then underneath, proper contact details. You know what those are, darling. A proper phone number, a proper email address, a proper website address. And I'm sure you know what an itemised invoice looks like for a hotel. It would say what room number or apartment number you're staying in. It would say what dates you're staying, you know, October the 15th to October the 31st or how many days there are in October, I don't know. And it would tell you how much you pay per night, you know, what the nightly fee is. It would tell you how much breakfast is or whether it's included. A proper itemised bill. I'm sure you can do it, darling. You've travelled, as you say, you've travelled all round the world, so I'm sure you know what a proper itemised hotel invoice looks like. If you don't, you could try Googling it. You find some samples online. And then when you've moved to wherever it is you say you're moving to, you can tell us where you're staying. You've gone quiet again, so I assume that means you agree. It's amazing how quiet you go, isn't it, when you agree? Oh, I found it. I've just looked on Google Maps. You're just moving to Sharjah.
You are not getting what I'm saying. You know, different hotels is our own operation, the way they operate. The last time I traveled, I had to pay before they could issue me the invoice.
Well, we're not paying until we get an invoice. That's the end of the story.
Okay.
Unless you send us the booking link. If you send us the hotel's website with a booking link so that we can tap on the booking link and pay, then we can pay in advance. Because most hotels or blocks of apartments have a website, don't they? With a button on it that says book now. And then we can book and pay online. So if you can find somewhere with a website that's got a booking link,
I'm gonna try because my project is in Charger, so I'm traveling with my workers right now.
Right. Well, you get one of them. You get one of them to drive you up to Charger. It doesn't look like it's very far. It's only about 10 miles or something, isn't it? So you get one of them to drive you up there and find you a block of apartments, and then either send us the link to their website with a booking button so that we can pay online, or get them to give you an invoice so that we can pay.
Okay.
But find one with a proper, it's got to be someone that's got a proper receptionist that's actually employed by then and actually works there. I mean, even you must realise just how ridiculous that invoice is that you sent me. In fact, I'm surprised you had the nerve to send it, to be honest. Yeah, you've gone quiet again. Anyway, you need to get your things packed, don't you, and get yourself off to Sharjah, or however you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it, but you need to get yourself over there. And maybe message me when you get there. You've gone quiet again, so I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, I'm going to try to message you as soon as I get the charger.
Yeah, when you get to Sharjah,
but I need to pay. This manager is not going to allow me to move out. That's the problem right now.
Don't be ridiculous. That manager's not the problem.
I need to pay for the 2 days.
That manager is not the proper manager, and he hasn't given you a proper invoice. So when the proper manager,
he's not going to let me move out. So there's a problem right now.
Don't be ridiculous. There's 21 of you. How can he stop you?
There's a problem.
No, there's not a problem. There's 21 of you.
There's a problem. There's a problem. It's not going to let me move out because I have to pay for the 2 days. I stayed already. So it's not going to let me move out.
Stop moaning like a baby. There are 21 of you. 21 of you, and there's one of him. How's he going to stop you? Right? That's the first thing. There are 21 of you, and there's only one of him.
All things being equal, my love. All things being equal. Do you know I have to pay? All things being equal, I want you to answer my question.
Of course you need. Right? Of course you need.
So why are you not trying to tell me?
Stop.
We are
shouting
21.
at me.
We are 21.
Behave.
I'm not shouting at you.
Behave like an adult. Behave like an adult. You don't even know how much it costs to stay there because he hasn't told you. So once the real manager comes back, you will come back to the Palm Tower one day, explain to him which 2 nights you stayed for, and then he'll give you the proper invoice, which is probably going to be something about £15,000 or £30,000. Certainly isn't going to be 1,500 or whatever that one says. I've got big bright glasses on. So just grow up.
Are you going to borrow me the £15,000?
No, because by then you'll have sorted out your bank account. But anyway, you've got to get yourself off to somewhere and find yourself a proper place to stay for tonight.
Are you going to borrow me the money for the 2 days, which is £15,000?
Well, you don't know how much it is because the real manager isn't there.
No, I'm just trying to tell you if it is £15,000 because you said it's very expensive. Are you going to be able to borrow me?
I don't know. When Lola comes Lola will be in Dubai next week, so she'll talk to you about it. But you don't know how much it's going to cost.
Is she going to come to Sharjah?
She's coming to Dubai next week. She's told you, hasn't she? She's coming on Monday. I'm sure she told you. Well,
is she going to come to Sharjah? Is she going to come to Sharjah?
Well, it's only a few miles. She can get in a taxi, can't she?
Is she going to come?
I don't know, darling. Do I? Ask her. Stop arguing with me and get yourself off to find yourself all of you to find a proper place to stay. I'm sure one of your workers can drive you up to Sharjah.
Yeah, I understand, my love. But my love, can't you just help me with any money right now, please?
No, I'm not. I've told you very, 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 very clearly, and I do hate to have to keep repeating myself. Find yourself a proper place to stay with a proper invoice and proper contact details.
I know, but I need you to help me with a very little amount of money.
No, you don't.
I need to buy
Stop. No, you don't.
To buy some groceries.
No, you don't. You're with 20 other people. I'm sure they can buy you a sandwich. Now, get one of them to drive you up to Sharjah.
You don't have money. They are my workers. Don't you get what I'm trying to tell you?
Of course they've got money. They all live in Dubai. They're locals.
They don't. They are my workers. I'm the boss. So I'm the one paying their bills.
I know you're the boss. They all live in Dubai. They're local workers that you hired. They didn't all come to you penniless. They're proper experienced surveyors. Grow up and act like an adult man. I'm getting very sick of your whining and moaning and stupid childish stories. You know, I'm not sure whether you're 16 or 65, but half the time you sound like you're 16. Now get Get your workers together, tell them you're moving to Sharjah, get them to drive you up there and contact me when you've found yourself a proper place to stay. With a proper invoice, with proper contact details on, and a proper description of how much it costs per night. You know, like a real hotel invoice.
You don't get what I'm trying to tell you. You're just saying your own. You need to understand my point. You are just saying whatever you know. Things changing every day. A lot of things have changed.
Yeah, the only thing that's changed is the lies you're telling me, darling.
A lot of things have changed.
Yeah,
you can't tell me they should bring an invoice when I've not even paid. Is that possible?
Yes, it is. That's how
it's most not possible. It's not possible.
That's how most businesses.
You have to pay. You have to pay. Once you've paid, then they'll issue an invoice for you. That's the way it's done.
No, darling. All businesses will issue an invoice in advance. That's
the way it is done. The last time I traveled, before they could issue an invoice, I have to pay. Then once I pay, they issue the invoice. So, what are you telling me right now?
Right, darling.
You think I don't know what I'm saying?
Right. If you've paid,
think I don't know what I'm saying?
Will you shut up? If you've already paid, you're not getting an invoice, you're getting a receipt, aren't you? I'm sure you know the difference. All hotels, you're not paying, right? This is the first thing to understand. You are not paying, all right? I'll say that again because I know I have to say everything twice. You are not paying. I'm paying. I am the one that's paying. And I will not, cannot, and will not pay myself or allow Lola to pay unless or until wherever you're staying gives me a proper invoice or you have a proper website with a booking link. That's how it's done these days. As you well know, you tap on the booking link and you pay online. If you can give me a proper website with a booking link so that I can pay online, then we'll pay online. Did you understand that, darling? If the hotel or the apartments have a proper website with a proper booking link, I'm sure you can manage that. Somebody can make your website with a booking link, then we can tap on the booking link and pay. Otherwise, any hotel anywhere in the world will give you an invoice if someone else is paying, so that someone else knows what they're paying for.
But how do you want to pay when you literally told me you don't have online banking? How do you want to pay?
Well, I'm sure Lola can do it. But I don't know.
Lola told me she doesn't have online banking, so she's lying.
Well, you don't need online banking, do you? You put your credit card details in. That's what I do. If I pay,
she said, don't you have a credit card?
Sorry?
I have a credit card.
Of course I have.
You have a credit card?
Of course I have.
What's the limit of the credit card?
None of your business.
Why?
Because it isn't.
Tell me, my love.
Because it's none of your business. If you give me a proper website with a proper booking link, then we can pay online.
Well, you told me you don't have online banking.
I don't have online banking. But if you tap,
how come you have a credit card?
Because I've had a credit card since before they invented online banking.
So, what's the name of the bank?
Credit cards have been around for years and years and years and years and years.
I know.
Before you were born. Sorry?
What's the name of your bank?
None of your business.
Why don't you want to tell me?
Because I don't like the way you're talking to me and I don't like your childish attitude. It's none of your business.
No, you have to tell me, my love.
No, I don't have to tell you.
Tell me.
No, I don't.
Why don't you have to tell me?
Stop behaving like a baby. Get yourself off to Sharjah and find yourself somewhere to stay with a proper invoice. And stop behaving like a 12-year-old. You're sounding like a 12-year-old whose mummy's just told him he can't play with his Xbox because he's been rude to her. Yeah, obviously agree again, you've gone quiet. Right, so get yourself moved off to Sharjah, and then when you're there, contact me again. It'll take you a couple of hours, because you got to, well, probably take you a bit longer than that, because it'll only take you an hour or so to drive up there, won't it? But you got to get packed up and get the stuff in all your workers' cars. I presume they've all got cars up there, so you can just drive up there. I'll take that as a yes as well, because you've gone quiet. So you contact me when you get to Sharjah, and then we can sort it out. I'll tell Lola what we've said, so that she knows not to pay till she's heard from you again. But she'll see you in Dubai next week anyway. Okay, well, you've been totally struck dumb, so I'll end the call now. You can go and sit down with a cup of coffee and get packed. Bye for now. Oh, my love, are you there, sweetheart? He said a few hours later. I'm here now. Have you moved to Sharjah? Not yet. I need to make a plan on where I'm going to stay once I get there. We're just about moving. And clearly by now he'd consulted with his fellow team members. One of my senior worker just made an arrangement for me. He spoke with a foreigner who built a house in Sharjah. The foreigner built the house but is not living there. Instead of me moving to an apartment or a hotel, a house will be better to avoid further discrepancies. We spoke to the Palm Town manager and he agreed that we can pay him later for the 2 days. My senior worker talked to him and he agreed. How big is the house? 8-bedroom flat, my love. You said it was a house. Yes, flat is classified. A house? No, it isn't. Grow up. Is it a house or a flat? That foreigner built it. He must know what he built. It's a house, and it has 8 rooms in it. Okay, 8 rooms or 8 bedrooms? 8 bedrooms. Have you spoken to the owner yourself? The house must be huge. Have you seen a photo of it? I haven't spoken with him yet, my love. I want to get there first, so I can see it myself, and I'll tell my senior worker to call him again, so I can speak with him. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let me know when you've seen it. Take a photo when you're there and send it to us. I'd love to see what it looks like. I'll, my love. My love? I just got there now, sweetheart. This is the house, and here it is. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Is it nice, my love? He asked. Do you get it, my love? It looks lovely, said Layla. You didn't said anything earlier, my love. Were you busy? How many times do I have to tell you that I don't spend my entire life online like you kids? I really don't spend all my time online too. You need to understand. I'm a surveyor, and I always have pressing things to attend to. I just wanted to know if you get the picture I sent you. Right, my worker had a discussion with the Palm Town manager, and he agreed. We're going to pay him later, but he collected a copy of his identity. I'm just trying to let you know everything going on, my love. Have you moved in? And that wasn't the real manager, we both know that. Yes, I moved in with my workers. Of course, yes. I'm optimistic everything will be good. That's good. But I really need to know how much money the owner of this house will charge, my love. You'll have to talk to him. Do you have his phone number or email? I haven't talked to him yet, but I'll let you know the aftermath, my love. Okay. Thank you, my love. Do you like the house? I already said it looks lovely. Have you been inside yet? Yes, love, with all my workers. Oh, yes, I'm sorry you said you'd moved in. My love, you need to assist me, please. I promise, and I assure you, I'll repay you back the money, sweetheart. I know you will. You need to speak to the owner and get proper details of how much it costs. I'm sure he or she will email them to you. Yes, I send everything to you. Can I have your email? You're talking to me on chat. You've got my email. Yes, I know. How often do you check your emails? Not very often. Why? I'll let you know once he sent it, my love. Can you get the money from Lola? It's none of your business what I do with the money I've given to Lola. Okay, my love. My love? I haven't paid the 2 days at the Palm Tower yet, my love. I know that. You can't till the real manager comes back. Yes, my love. Have you had your supper yet? Yes, have you? Not yet, my love. I ate earlier today, sweetheart, and by now it was 7:46 in the evening in the UK, 10:46 in Sharjah. Okay. You're my true love. I believe destiny unite our paths together in life. Once I come to Malvern, will you like to spend the rest of your life with me? After the way you've been whining, moaning and complaining like a small child, I can only say what I've said several times before. I have to meet you. Yes, my love, I'm not whining or moaning. I'm just letting you know my present state of well-being. I think that's the way a relationship should be. Communication is vital, and it's key. I can't complain. Rather than being thankful, it could be worse, my love. Oh, yes, my old granny always used to say there's someone worse off than you are. Yes, so I'm not complaining or whining. I'm grateful for this moment with you. Our man went to bed for the night. And if you'd like to see where he found that photograph of the house, you're going to have to wait for the next episode, episode 15. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in John Kelvin, episode 15.